Hello and welcome back to another video ran on sunglasses. And if you clicked on this video, then you are here to learn more about Vuarnet sunglasses and what the brand is all about and what it has to offer to the consumer. Now, we have a lot of information to cover, so bear with me and try to hang tight. Disclaimer: I am not paid or affiliated with the Vuarnet brand. These are just my personal feelings about the brand and what they have to offer, as well as my experiences with ownership of Vuarnet sunglasses. I think to start this video off right, Vuarnet sunglasses were highly desired in the 1980s because of their popularity and also as being known as the it sunglasses to have. Revos and Ray-Bans were also popular, but Vuarnets dominated the market because of the unique Ski Lynx lenses, which we will talk about further in the video. The Ski Lynx has a yellow amber lens with a very small tint of green, if that makes sense, and they were definitely eye candy and very pleasing to the wearer. The Ski Lynx double gradient mirror tint became the fad, and other sunglass manufacturers also followed suit with this particular style of tinting. The design of the 002 Legend Cat Eyes was very stylish and attractive in a simple way, if that makes any sense, and worked very well as a unisex frame. Everyone looked great wearing them. They were counterfeited, unfortunately, but it was easy to actually spot the fakes as they could not duplicate the lens tint. They couldn't get the coloring right. They couldn't match the frame design properly or utilize the proper font on the temple arms as the authentic Ray-Ban, or I'm sorry, not Ray-Ban, but Vuarnet sunglasses have on the temple arms, on the outer temple arms. A lot of the times that the fakes that were being sold or pushed as authentic Vuarnets would have a gray tinted lens with the double gradient mirroring. But and that doesn't mean that Vuarnet doesn't offer a gray tinted lens. It's typically they do not have the double gradient silver mirroring tint on the outer portion of the lens. If they offer a gray lens, then it is just gray, no tint. Okay. Vuarnet sunglasses come from a very rich and pretty interesting history behind why they were established and why they're still with us today. Basically, what happened was in 1960, a French avant-garde optician named Roger Pellux and Olympic ski champion Jean Vuarnet formed a collaboration to basically create the perfect lens to be used for skiing. They both shared a love for the sport of skiing, and therefore they worked together to come up with the perfect lenses for skiing conditions. The mineral glass lenses, or they're also referred to as the PX4000 Ski Lynx lenses, were to be Jean's testbed. Okay, so the very first lenses created by the Vuarnet name brand weren't established as Vuarnets at the time, was the Ski Lynx lenses that you see here on my 002 Legend Cat Eyes. The Ski Lynx lenses had the ability to highlight and contrast the dips and reliefs that would typically camouflage within the glare of the sun or the bright snow, and these lenses were responsible for Jean Vuarnet actually winning the 1960 Winter Olympics at Squaw Valley. Now, due to the Vuarnet's quality of manufacturing with the finest quality of mineral glass lenses with infused tinting, the brand was established as a sport luxury brand shortly after Jean Vuarnet won the Winter Olympics. They're not cheap. They weren't cheap when I first come across them in the 1980s. In 1980, the typical price point for a pair of I keep saying Ray-Bans, I mean Vuarnets. The typical price point for a pair of Vuarnets was $80 in 1980. Now, it was pretty pricey, and the cost made them, they were a little cost prohibitive for everyone to go out and purchase a pair of Vuarnet sunglasses, French Vuarnet sunglasses. When you think about it, that would roughly equate to about $248, $249 with a cumulative inflation rate of about 210.3% for 2019, going into 2020. However, the brand did see its most profitable years in the U.S. in the 1980s and 1990s, but unfortunately they had to drop their availability to the U.S. market due to declining sales as well as declining demand. This allowed other popular name brands or luxury name brands to dominate the U.S. market. However, Vuarnet remained popular throughout France and other European markets exclusively. The good news is Vuarnet has made their sunglasses available to the U.S. market with fresh new designs and additional lens options intended to compete and rival their competition or their competitors. I want to make one thing clear. There is another brand of Vuarnets referred to or commonly known as the Vuarnet Extremes. They sound like they're the same quality, they sound like they would produce the same quality of sunglasses, but they do not. So I'm just letting you know, if you come across a pair of Vuarnet Extremes, they are a cheaper variant of the Vuarnets. They are not manufactured in France or utilize the same materials and lenses as the French Vuarnets. They are manufactured in Taiwan. They use polycarbonate lenses, and their price point can range anywhere between $20 to $50 depending on which model you purchase. But take note, the extreme frame designs are not the same as the luxury Vuarnet sunglasses. Consumers will not be able to buy a cheaper variant of a particular style from the French lineup. The Extremes are exclusive only to the Extreme brand and compete with brands like, let's say, Calcutta and maybe even the Foster Grants. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, when you purchase a pair of Vuarnets, what do you get? Well, it's simple. You basically get high-performance nylon or acetate frames built for high-traffic use, as well as high-traffic wear in sporting events. Highly active lifestyle type situations. You also get scratch and impact resistant mineral crystal lenses with anti-glare coatings on the rear of all the mineral lenses that are offered. I don't know if the video will pick it up, but there's a bluish tinge of a tint on the rear of the lenses. You also get infused tinting with all lens options with their mineral crystal lenses, which essentially just means that the coloring of the glass is through and through. So whatever tint contrast you go with, the tinting is infused within the lenses, so you don't have to worry about scratching the tint or peeling and fading of the tint. It's all infused within the glass, okay, from front to back. All right, so that's pretty appealing to a consumer who actually likes to hold on to glasses for a very, very long time. You also have the options to purchase polarized or non-polarized lenses. The newer new release models will offer that, where the older ones actually relied on the double gradient tint or tinting of the outer lens to minimize glare. The sunglasses, all the French Vuarnet lineups come with high quality sunglass cases. It can either be a soft or a hard case depending on which model you purchase. They also come with a cleaning cloth, microfiber cleaning cloth, and an information pamphlet. So this is one example of a hard case that you would receive with a pair of French Vuarnets. Very nice, has a nice Alcantara type feel to the outside, but it's really not Alcantara. It's more of a fine suede leather. Nice solid hinge, spring hinge, so they'll snap shut, and velvet lining. Okay, the leather pouches, unfortunately, I did not grab one for this video. I should have. My apologies, but they are comparable to a pair of Ray-Ban leather sunglass cases, where they're hard shell with leather exterior velvet lined interior and a snap button on the front, and they are also genuine leather. Now, the Vuarnet mineral glass lenses provide what they call Cat 3 protection from the sun, and they also meet the ANSI Z80. Let me try it again. ANSI Z80.3 standards for safety. Now, essentially, Cat 3 just means that you are protected from 100% of UV light. You also get 82% of infrared light filtration, 99% blue light, and they also provide 90% light absorption from the environment. Okay, so like I said before, there are fakes out there. There are fakes on the market, but if you suspect you own or you have acquired a pair of fake Vuarnets, this is what you need to basically look for. With the most common iconic Vuarnet designs out there, the 002 or 02 Legends, take a look at the sunglasses from the side. Okay, you're going to notice that it also has a pentatonic tilt of about 12 degrees. Doesn't have to be exactly 12 degrees, but you want to find a pair of 002s, or if this is a style that you're actually desiring to go out there and purchase. Make sure that your Vuarnet Cat Eyes 002s or VL00002s have a pentatonic tilt to them. Okay, a lot of the fakes that I have come across in the 80s and 90s do not have that tilt. They'll have a 90-degree angle or 90-degree variation of an angle. So these are also, just like the Ray-Ban original Wayfarers, they have that extreme tilt, and that's just to maximize coverage from down below. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to look for. Also, make sure that the lenses are made of mineral glass. This can easily be checked by just taking something and gently tapping on I would just do it on the inside of the glass and listen for, and you can actually discern the sound of glass versus plastic. This will have a higher tinty sound to it, and then the plastic would have a lower thuddy sound to it. Okay, so a lot of the fakes utilize plastic lenses, and yes, they can come with a double gradient tint, as you see on the lenses here. But you just want to make sure that all Vuarnets are manufactured with high quality mineral glass lenses. So that's one thing that you definitely want to go ahead and look out for. Let's see what else. Okay, this is something that you would normally find on other luxury brand sunglasses, but what Vuarnet did for authentication purposes is they laser etched a symbol. Let me see if I can capture that. Right on top of the lenses, right there. See that V? It's a V on a set of skis. Okay, so that's what you need to look for. And these will be laser etched on the top center of all Vuarnet lenses. These are not the Ski Lynx lenses. These are the Vuarnet Pure Browns. Basically what you would find on a pair of Ray-Bans for their brown lenses. It's the same thing, but let me go ahead and see if I can try to capture that V on a ski with these sunglasses here for you so that you can see what you need to look for. Okay, and it's going to be a little hard there. There it is, right there. Almost captured it. See if I can get better luck on the other side. They are absolutely there. They are more predominant when they're in the sun. A lot of people will notice them, but there it is, the on a ski. You want to look for that. Now, additionally, with the 002s, the fakes, all the fakes that I've come across will try to replicate what is embossed on the temple arms of a authentic pair of French-made Vuarnet sunglasses. What you want to look for is, a lot of the times they would actually accentuate the lettering with a completely different font. This is a very basic font, but the fakes that I've come across would have these little divots and lines or changing the font of what Vuarnet utilizes on their sunglasses. Okay, so they're just a basic bold font, all caps. You want to look for that. And you want to also make sure that where the PX sitting on a ski is, the X's are not bold. they are almost like a lowercase, but the P is a bold uppercase. So that's what you're looking for as well. And a lot of times counterfeiters, they just can't get that right for whatever reason. And also look for that anti-glare bluish violet tint on the back of the lenses, which can also be replicated, but these are just indicators that you have an authentic pair of Vuarnet sunglasses. Okay. One last thing. The hinges on authentic Legend 002 cat-eye Vuarnets are just an incorporated plastic with the nylon. All right. The fakes that I have come across with this particular style, as well as its sister pair, which is the 006 Legends, which look more like this in shape. They're a little more square than rounded with a D shape. Just as popular as these were. You'd either see these being worn in the 80s or the 006 Legends, which is a more sporty, more squared off version of the 002 Legends. Okay, but the fakes that I've come across will utilize cheap metal hinges, and they'll pass them off as the 002 Legend cat eyes. They do not come with metal hinges, so just keep that in mind. But that doesn't mean that this is a fake pair of Vuarnets either, because this is more of your lifestyle luxury lineup. This was intended more for sports such as skiing, water sports. This is more of, hey, I got this social gala to go to. I need to get a little formal, and these are the pair that you would grab and wear to formal to semi-formal events. If you want to go out on a date with the wife, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, or you have a business meeting that you want to attend and you want to actually go in style, then you just go ahead and grab the more luxury lineup pair of Vuarnets. These are the 080 PMs, and these are actually intended to or designed to compete with the Ray-Ban Wayfarers. Okay, so this was Vuarnet's solution to giving the sunglass consumer the option to purchase a very nice pair of luxury sunglasses if they wanted to go with something a little bit different than Ray-Ban, being that you didn't see a lot of these around because they weren't as popular as the Ray-Ban Wayfarers, original Wayfarers, but the option was there, and they definitely hold up to the quality and the standards of the Ray-Ban Wayfarers. And in my opinion, my personal opinion, they exceeded those luxury standards of the Wayfarer. Okay, so the Wayfarers were more general purpose, and these were intended for the more business-minded oriented consumer who wanted to look good, dress nice, and have a nice pair of luxury sunglasses to kind of complement their business meetings or going out and looking good. All right, doesn't mean that these can't be utilized in sport, because the same durability that were put into the sport-oriented Vuarnets were also incorporated into their luxury lineup as well. They're more formal dress wear. What you get with these type of Vuarnets is you get a very high quality barrel hinge. You get acetate frames, a good quality of acetate, very solid. The hinge motion feels very premium. I enjoy them very much, and these are from the 90s, and they are still holding up and looking great. This particular pair, where you get the PX on the skis on the temple arms along with the Vuarnet embossment, are from the 80s, and there are no damages. There are just little minor scratches on the frames. They've been dropped a few times, but this is a testament as to the durability of the Vuarnet nylon frames versus the Vuarnet acetate frames. The lenses have survived quite a bit of abuse. They've been dropped, and being that they are actually front heavy because they used lightweight frames, not a whole lot of material for the temple arms back here to balance the weight, but they're very front heavy. So if you look down on a hot, sweaty day and you're above the, your ears are sweating and your nose bridge is sweating, they will slide right off the face and then impact the ground. And like I said, I never broke a lens, never cracked a frame. There have been many occasions where they should have been damaged or broken, And I've even sat on them, putting them in my back pocket and just forgetting that they were there. Sat on them for a couple hours driving, and realized I am sitting on my sunglasses. I hope I didn't break them. Pull them out, and they're fine. They're not even warped. Nylon is pretty durable. It's flexible enough to actually withstand those type of pressures and awkward forces and snap back to shape. No problems there. One last thing to look for is when you are trying to determine if you have an authentic pair of Vuarnets. What you're looking for is France on the inner temple, and Pollux on the other side, as well as the model designation, is the only thing you will find written in white embossment. And the same goes for the other pairs of Vuarnets. All right, so what's available with the sunglasses? Well, you can either get them for sport, you can get them for lifestyle, urban wear, ski wear. You also get if you actually order from the Vuarnet website for the U.S. Market, you get free delivery first and foremost. That's important. Free delivery, and you also get a free 14-day from purchase return, as long as the sunglasses are undamaged. Okay, so what do I like and dislike about the brand or the sunglasses? Well, one of my dislikes is I wish these were made of acetate. I just have a preference for acetate over nylon. Like I said, in hot environments, with prolonged wear and use, the frames do soften up and get a little bit more pliable, but not to the point where the sunglasses can't hold their shape or hug themselves around your head to keep them on. But it's just that they do soften, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. I may just be just being a little too picky here. So that's my dislike. What do I like about them? Well, the lenses. Absolutely the best glass lenses on the market. I own several pairs of luxury brand sunglasses from Persol, Oliver's People. Some of my Ray-Bans, like my Meteors, have mineral lens, glass lenses, but none of them can compare to any of the Vuarnets that I own. With the pure brown or the ski links or the night links, which are just a pure yellow for nighttime visibility. I've got the gray lenses, I've got the Nautilynx lenses, and none of the other brands can compete with the contrasting of the tint or the clarity that Vuarnets offers the owners, bar none. So I'd say that's probably my primary like about the brand. The styling is great. I mean, they look good on anybody. It doesn't matter what your face shape is. If they look too big on you, the glasses will do the work for you. They will make you look good. If they don't make you look good, they look good. All right, if that makes any sense. But I mean, it's just a fact. They look great. They make people look great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your face shape is, or if you're an attractive person, that's even better. If you're an unattractive person, and I hate to take it to that level, but if you're an unattractive person, they still look great, and they do instill confidence. People, when they see them, they admire them. A lot of times when I wear these around town, it's not often, but I do have people come up and say, I remember those from the 80s. Those are those Vuarnets, those French-made sunglasses that were just overpriced and hard to find. Yeah, they are. And these are actually from the 80s. And I'll let them know that. And they're like, oh, wow, you still own a pair of Vuarnets from the 80s. Absolutely. They're built to last for decades. And that's been proven on the ski slopes in Squaw Valley in 1960 by a ski Olympic champion, Jean Vuarnet. All right, so let's see. So are they worth the money? Absolutely. You don't have to have acetate frames to have a premium pair of sunglasses. The lenses in themselves and the grade of mineral crystal glass that they use justifies the price. The performance of the lenses, the infused tinting, I mean, the whole 9 yards. If you get a pair of Vuarnets that actually use acetate with mineral glass lenses and premium metal hinges, absolutely they are worth the price. We're talking in today's, the new market for the brand new Vuarnets. Anywhere, if you go on Amazon, you can find them for about $120 to $180, but if you go to Vuarnet, $220 plus. for the 002 Legends. This particular model in the 80s went for about $115, and nowadays you can't find this model anymore. This is a discontinued vintage model, which is why I'm so proud to own them. But you can find other models in this particular style that may run you 300 north. It just depends on what you're looking for and why you want to purchase these particular sunglasses. But the thing about Vuarnet sunglasses is they are a luxury line of sunglasses like Persol, Oliver Peoples, as well as some Ray-Bans out there. You know, that's their whole purpose of existing, is the French wanted to give consumers an opportunity to own French luxury accessories as sunglasses. All right, so Vuarnet today versus back in the time that I became familiar with them have a larger range of frame styles and lens options to choose from. They have very attractive styling and quality materials that basically cover all lifestyles of any consumer. So, hey, thanks for taking the time to listen to this video rant. It was a whole lot of babbling, but I am that passionate about the Vuarnet name brand. Like I said, I've experienced a lot of other name brands, and my heart and my interest just keep coming back to the Vuarnets. And it may have a lot to do with the fact that, it was my first experience with any sunglass or sunglass company that were considered to be luxury. And, I've never lost my interest or my love. This style will never die. It is an icon to the Vuarnet name brand. It is so iconic and so popular that even the Ray-Ban Cat 100s were designed to compete with this particular pair of Vuarnet sunglasses, and it succeeded well, and they're still made available today as Vuarnets make the original Legend cat eyes available to the consumer. So get out there, check them out. Lots of accessories. They also stick with the vintage nylon straps that can be adjusted, typically seen on the older style of Vuarnets back in the days, but they are still readily available for the consumer, and as well as a nice clothing line, as well as ski equipment. No surprise there. So Vuarnet sunglasses, go out there and check them out, and let me know what you think on the comments. And yeah, thanks for your patience. I know this was a long video, but I just wanted to get it out there for you guys, and hope that it was informative enough for you guys to just take a little interest and check these things out. Okay, so y'all take care.